the Pythagoras rule where you have this. Let's say this is a b c. The Pythagoras rule is well, a squared equals b squared plus c squared. Well, you can only use this if this is a right angle triangle. Um, it, this thing here doesn't work if this is not a right angle. So you have to have the right angle triangle in order for you to be able to use this rule here. Okay, so if someone gives you a triangle like this, you can test to see if it's a right angle triangle, or you can test to see if this is a right angle or not. Okay, so here to test it, you would do this. Hang on, a squared equals b squared plus c squared. Well, substitute the hypotenuse into here. So the hypotenuse is the longest side. Well, which is the longest side? Well, it has to be the longest side. So this side here is the hypotenuse. It can't be this one here, and it can't be the 3. So put the 11 squared into here. Now b squared. It doesn't matter if you call this b or if you call this b. If this is b, then this must be c. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter if you switch these two around. It doesn't matter too much. So here, let's say this is b then. So it will be 9 over here, and then c here. Well, 10 times 10 would be 100. So it would be 100 here. Now, if well, we don't know if this is a right angle triangle. If it is, then this side must equal this side. Okay, it must equal. If it doesn't equal, if the two sides aren't equal, then you know that this cannot be a right angle triangle. So it can only be a right angle triangle if 11 squared, which is 121, equals this side here. Well, let's work this out. This will become 109, and you can see the two sides aren't equal. This is 121. This is 109. So you know that this is not a right angle triangle. So you can't put this this square thing in here, because this square thing represents it's a 90. This represents 90 degrees. If it's 90 degrees, then it must be a right angle triangle. Well, anyway, this triangle here, because we use Pythagoras here to test to see if this is a right angle. Well, it's not, because this side doesn't equal this side. You can see that this doesn't equal these two added together. So if the two sides aren't equal, then it cannot be a right angle triangle. Whereas if you look at this here, you can remember the hypotenuse squared, a squared equals b squared plus c squared. Now we can use this to test to see if this is a right angle triangle. Well, which is the longest side? It has to be this one here. So it will be 25 here equals 9 here plus 16. Okay. Now if the two sides equal, then it must be a right angle triangle. So this side here is 25. This side here is also 25. So that you can see that the two sides equal. So it must be a right angle triangle. So if this equals these two, then it must be a right angle triangle, because Pythagoras is saying if it's a right angle triangle, then this must be true. Well, now let's work in the opposite direction. Now, if this is true, then this must be a right angle triangle. Okay? So let me just reiterate. If it's Pythagoras is saying if it's a right angle triangle, then this must be true. Now, let's work in the opposite direction. Let's say if this is true, then this must be a right angle triangle. So it can work. Well, you can do it like this. If right angle triangle, then you can implies this: a squared plus a squared. Hang on, let me just erase this. A squared this is A here, B, C. If it's a Pythagoras is saying if it's a right angle triangle, then this would imply this B squared plus C squared. Okay. Now let's work in the opposite direction. If this is true, if a triangle if in a triangle this is true, then it also means that this triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay. But a better way of using this is to use a two-headed arrow here. So a better way of writing this would be this: A, B, C. Now if it's a right angle triangle, then it would imply this: A squared equals B squared plus C squared. Well, if it's true in the other way, you can do this two-headed arrow. So basically, if it's a right angle triangle, it implies this. Now, if it's this, then it also implies it's a right angle triangle. Okay, so you do see this symbol quite a lot. Okay.